大谷翔平選手が1番 DH で先発出場したドジャースとブルージェイズのワールドシリーズ第3戦、ドジャースは延長18回の死闘をフリーマン選手の劇的なサヨナラホームランで制し、対戦成績を2勝1敗としました。大谷選手は4打数4安打2本塁打5四球の1試合9出塁という前人未到のポストシーズン記録を樹立。この歴史的な一戦に現地スタジオも大興奮です。試合後の現地放送を翻訳してお届けいたします。
Sportsnet Dodgers brought to you by Mercury Insurance. John Hartung alongside Nomar Garciaparra, Oral Hershiser, and we've got a Freddie chant breaking out behind us here at the Ravine because after 6 hours and 39 minutes in the 18th inning, Freddie Freeman hits a walk-off home run. He does it again in a World Series game here at Dodgers Stadium. So many heroes to talk about on this night. Yes, Freddie hit the walk-off home run. We saw Shohei Ohtani have a historic night reaching base 9 times. Will Klein, though, what he did on a pitching side, he was the last pitcher the Dodgers had available outside of Yamamoto, who started warming up. Nomar, 4 innings, 72 pitches, no runs, gets the win.
He's never gone past 2 innings in his career, and here he is going 4 innings. There's a lot of heroes in this game. You know, we mentioned some of those stats when you see Shohei, Freddie with the walk-off, but when you look at the guys in the bullpen that came in and delivered, you get Clayton Kershaw coming with the bases loaded. You got Sasaki doing his job. You got Emmet Sheehan, and how about Edgardo Enriquez as well, and then Will Klein, just all across the board. The guys grinded it out, and they found a way to walk off. What a win. What just an epic game, because I'll tell you, the Blue Jays on the other side, too, give them credit, because they were fighting just as much, and man, what a way to end it.
It was a crazy, crazy game. You go from really, really nervous when you're on defense to really, really excited when you're on offense. You think they're going to hit a home run, like with Will Smith's body language leaving the box, Teoscar's body language, and then Freddie saying in his post-game interview on Fox, he wasn't sure. He knew he got it, but he had hit some balls hard before, and this one made it out.
Yeah, we saw him hit a couple balls hard before this one. He didn't think it was going to make it all the way because Will Smith thought he had walked it off. Teoscar Hernandez thought he had hit one as well, but that one had just enough to carry over the center field wall, and the Dodgers pull it out in Game 3. I know we're all exhausted. The players have to be exhausted. The fans are exhausted. You know who else has to be exhausted? Will Klein, after 4 innings. Let's hear from him right now with Kirsten Watson.
Will, 4 innings of this game. I mean, you made your first postseason roster. You're in the World Series. You're having a performance like you had tonight, navigating through that line and putting your team in a position to win in 18 innings. Has it set in just yet?
I don't think it'll set in until this whole thing's over. I'm sitting at home, be like, man, that was cool. I don't even think it's set in that we're, you know, I'm playing the World Series yet, you know? My wife and I were talking about that the other day. It's like, oh, this is, you know, we were sitting in Arizona a couple weeks ago for like a whole month, and now we're doing this. So, you know, I don't think it'll set in until maybe next spring or something.
You were telling me that your family wasn't able to make it out to Toronto, but for them to be here, I'm hoping tonight to see this performance.
No, they're going to be here tomorrow. I know. Maybe I'll get to spend some time, though, since I hope I don't pitch tomorrow.
Just to have this moment, I saw the emotions from Mark Prior as you walked into the dugout. Tell me, what was the conversation as you're navigating through this, hoping to just find ways to keep going deeper in this game?
The only thing I heard was keep going, you know, and I kept going. Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, keep attacking them. I got a little less good, you know, in the 4th inning there, but, you know, just staying in, attacking, and then, you know, Will calling a curveball there kind of instilled a little confidence that he had in me, and I just found that last little thing, and I'm just really glad he missed that one.
Can you tell me what it's like doing this here? You've had special moments at Dodger Stadium, but I have to imagine this has to top the list.
Yeah, I'd say I got to pitch in Kershaw's 3000. I thought that was going to be the coolest thing. Then, you know, pitching the World Series, like, oh, that's cool. You know, nothing can top that. And now this is pretty cool, though. I don't think anything can top that, at least for now. We'll see what happens, you know, the rest of the year, but that was so cool.
Well, this is a remarkable memory that I know you're going to have, and I know it's going to lead to so much more. Congratulations on this moment tonight, because unforgettable moment.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Truly a moment of a lifetime tonight for Will Klein. This is a guy who was DFA'd by the Oakland A's in January. He is DFA'd by the Seattle Mariners in June. The Dodgers were able to work a trade, Oral, for Will Klein. And look at him now. I mean, that was legendary type stuff we saw from him on the biggest stage.
You know, a lot of these guys that came in out of the bullpen, they did not have spray patterns at all during the year. They were ball one, ball two. They were all over the place. Their mistakes were in lots of different places. But everybody that came out of the bullpen today, they were locked in and they were throwing strikes and they were patterns of what they were throwing. Their misses were precise. Their pitches were precise. And then for him to finish off these 4 innings with a 3-2 curveball, and Will Smith tells him in the pitch comm, that's what I want. He doesn't shake it off. He doesn't back down. He didn't back down in the whole 4 innings, and he tops it off with the cherry on top of a 3-2 curveball strikeout. Amazing.
He said, he goes, he had confidence in me, and I had a little left, and he got it done. I mean, you could hear him like, he goes, man, this was just unbelievable. What makes it legendary, though, when they finish it off. They have to finish it off. Yeah. The job is not done. You definitely feel that. You definitely are excited. Every right. What an epic game. There is no doubt about it. And he was talking about maybe they'll kind of hit me maybe in spring, maybe later at the end of the season. It'll hit you during the parade. And that's what he understands. That's what he said, we got another one tomorrow. I'll be ready to pitch tomorrow. I don't know. That's the mentality you have to have. Be ready to pitch tomorrow. Today, you were outstanding.
Well, welcome to Sportsnet LA After Dark. It's past midnight. We have now reached Tuesday. We have Game 4 later today, but Club Ravina's rocking Dodger Stadium. What a place it is right now. Great place to be. Let's send it inside and hear from Teoscar Hernandez, who also had a big night. He's with Kirsten.
Oh, my God.
Teoscar, 8 at-bats, 6 hours. This was insane. What was it like just being a part of a game that goes 18 innings?
I don't know what to say. It's just like we were grinding after grind and grind. They were doing the same thing. Nobody wants to lose, but we got the win. That's what matters now. Just go home, get some rest, and be ready for tomorrow.
Tell me your reaction to watching Freddie hit that walk-off home run, because it felt like there was a moment before where that could have happened. But what was it like just from your viewpoint seeing it?
We hit a lot of baseballs today that normally here they're homers. Freddie, I think that was the 3rd one that he hits. He hit 2 before that one, 104, something like that, and then it went out. But thank God he came big time right there. So, happy for him. Not a better guy to get that celebration in there. Let's get the win tomorrow.
This bullpen, to see every single arm come out of this bullpen, how they were able to navigate through the Blue Jays lineup. They put you guys in a position to win. What can you say about them and what they were able to do tonight?
I said it last year. They were the heart of the team. Because of them, we won the World Series last year. And because of them, we're going to win this year. Hopefully, we win 2 more games, but the bullpen, they're impressive. Klein and that, it's just amazing. Thanks to him, Sheehan, the rest of the guys, it's just amazing job.
The list goes on and on. Doing that in front of these fans, they stayed all 6 hours of this game. How special is it just to pick up this win and set the tone as you guys are now back here in Los Angeles?
They deserve that. They deserve a big celebration. They deserve another championship. They were there. Every at-bat, every pitch, give us the support that we need so we can get the win today.
Hey, Oscar, incredible game. Congratulations on this win tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Teoscar Hernandez hit a home run in the 2nd inning to put the Dodgers on the board early in this game. It was, I'm not even joking, 6 hours later, Nomar, when Freddie Freeman hit the walk-off to end this game. Last 3 World Series games at Dodger Stadium, Freddie Freeman's hit walk-off homers in 2 of them. Are you kidding me?
Really incredible, but Freddie Freeman hits home runs in all the World Series games. And that first couple of games, we haven't seen a Freddie home run, but he was swinging the bat well. He was just missing them. Coming into this game, call our Kershaw, I said Freddie Freeman because he was right there. He was just off. He had a couple over there in Toronto, and I was like, man, he barely messed up. He had a couple today where he hit well. They didn't carry. That one, he got it at the great moment, walking it off, the timely home run, great swing by Freddie Freeman. Man, this was special. This is what you can look at that can really catapult you through the rest of this series, take this momentum going. And because this is a big blow to the opposing team, but man, this is motivating. You know, you want to sleep fast, and you can't wait to get to the ballpark the next day.
It's awesome to hear him say that his swing kept getting better and better throughout the game and throughout the series, because if he gets hot, if this launches him into getting hot, and how they're treating Ohtani and where Mookie is and on where his swing is, and Will Smith hopefully from getting hit on the wrist, there's not going to be a problem there, and Teo hitting a home run. All of a sudden, the Dodger offense starts to look like the Dodger offense that was intimidating, that was really the offense that carried them early in the season. That would be a lot of fun because the bullpen carried them tonight.
Yeah.
The offense came through in the nick of time.
You know, when you talk about the bullpen, I think there's guys today all of a sudden got confidence and recognize what they're capable of doing. I think Enriquez, Klein, these guys, Dreyer, who probably had come out, he's been awesome all season, then got tired toward the end, but then him being able to come out and be successful, I think those are here. Some of these young guys who are in this moment and were so good and so vital for this victory. I think for the rest of this series, I also think Dave Roberts is also going, man, you know what? I got guys I can go to now. It changes that mentality, and I think it changes their, not only mentality, but their confidence, and that is huge going forward.
Used 9 relievers, all 9 that Dave Roberts had available to him before this game started. They all get in there. 13 1/3 innings, Oral. They allowed just 1 run. It was just an incredible performance by these guys who had been criticized for, you know, a good portion of the season and even leading into these playoffs. And, oh, how are the Dodgers going to win games with this bullpen? And they were all incredible tonight.
Yeah, I just love the way they attacked the strike zone. Everybody was efficient. There were very few at-bats where we go, oh, they're falling behind. There was a lot of first pitch strikes. There's a lot of 2-strike counts. Now, you can't strike everybody out because these guys are a big-time contact team. But there is no more pressure than pitching in an extra inning game where you feel like, and you kind of know, if you give up a run, you're going to lose the game. And you then become, you know, you are not a hero. You're the GOAT. And to throw the pitches the way they did, with poise and execution, knowing that pressure, knowing they're carrying the team on their back in that moment, it was fantastic. 1 through 9
Yes.
relievers. 1 through 9, we're usually talking about batting orders, but 1 through 9 relievers threw the ball fantastic.
1 through 9 relievers, and you had Yamamoto warming up in the bullpen.
Yes.
Saying, listen, I know, I just 2 days ago, I threw a complete game, but I'll go if you need. And
I was
man,
the most nervous when Clayton came in because you did not want his career to be labeled with some tough bad outing in a World Series game at Dodger Stadium right before he retires. The shot of Ellen in the stands crying and Trisha Roberts giving her a big hug from behind. It was one of the biggest and most emotional moments, and to watch Kersh give his cheer after the high fastball, foul ball, and then the slider that would have been ball 4, but it was set up perfectly.
Yeah. Speaking of Clayton Kershaw, let's send it inside and hear from the future Hall of Famer, 3-time Cy Young Award winner, speaking with the media right now.
Well, Clayton, 18 innings later, 6 hours. I know it was something, but just describe what you, the bullpen, you guys were able to do tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it starts with Will Klein. You know, I think what he did tonight, above and beyond. You know, above and beyond what anybody can expect out of somebody that's literally never done that before. So all the respect and credit in the world for him to keep going out there, putting up zeros, and had a lot of guys step up all the way down. Robo, Enriquez, all these guys coming out of the pen, putting up zeros for us, and then yeah, Freddie does what Freddie does, you know. So I'm just glad he's on our team.
We saw you there with the bases loaded. What was such a unique position for you to come in? Can you describe what it was like?
Yeah, you know, I forgot to even say, she threw the ball unbelievable tonight too, you know, going 2+ innings for us. And yeah, just trying to come in and get one out. Definitely something that haven't done a whole lot, but you know, you just try and do your job when you're what's asked of you, and thankful to get a little rollover there, and yeah, it was a big out for us. I thought it was going to be a bigger out, but we played like 9 more innings. So
there was a kind of cutaway of you. It looked like you got emotional in the dugout. What was going through your mind after you came out?
I was just excited. I don't think I was emotional. I just got excited.
You talked about Freeman. I mean, everybody remembers what he did last year, but to do a similar thing again, how do you describe that, Clayton?
He's the guy you want up. You know, Freddie just keeps taking the moment. We keep putting him in good moments, and he keeps coming through for us. So, like I said, I don't know what else to say other than he's the guy you want up. You know, there's no other way to say it. So, just really glad he's a Dodger.
And Clayton, when you look at what it took from everyone on this team and the moments of October that bring magic, what did this one feel like for you?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't even talk about Show. I mean, Show got on base 9 times, you know, and just he's about to pitch in like, I don't know, 12 hours, 15 hours or something. So it's pretty unbelievable all the way around. Whole team effort, everybody. Will Smith catching 18 innings. I mean, I could just go down the list. So, you know, we realize our job's not done. We got 2 more. Those guys are going to be ready to go tomorrow. They got a good pitcher going, so we're going to sleep as fast as we can and get ready to go.
Even though Yamamoto didn't wind up pitching, the fact that he was willing to go out there and do that, what did that show you?
Yeah, I didn't even mention Yama. I mean, he went up and forced the issue, said he could do it, and yeah, that's unbelievable. You know, he just threw a complete game 2 days ago, cross-country travel, get in at 4 in the morning, 1 day rest basically, and go out and say you can pitch. So that's sometimes that's what you need to win a World Series, and we've got a lot of guys in here willing to sacrifice to do that, so that's pretty awesome.
You guys in the pen had the 51 on your hats. How did that like kind of come about?
Yeah, just something that we talked about, and you know, I'm new to the bullpen, but Vess, he means a lot to all of us, and he was a huge part of this team, a huge part of that bullpen, so we just wanted to do something to honor him.
Well, Dave Roberts was asked yesterday, Oral, about getting Clayton Kershaw into one of these World Series games, and he said, yeah, I'd really like to get him in there, but we'll see if the situation dictates that. I don't think Dave Roberts expected to call on Clayton Kershaw in a bases-loaded situation in the 12th inning of Game 3, but that's exactly what that situation dictated, and he got that final out.
You might not think that it's very tough to come in and just get 1 out with bases loaded, 2 out, but what I would tell you with Clayton is he had to get up 2 other times. This was his 3rd up. This was his 3rd time getting hot. And you're a week away from retiring, and you're working out, and you're staying prepared. But the reason you're retiring is because you know your body is starting to let you down. Well, being up twice hot and then coming in a 3rd time in this situation where he has to throw strikes right away, it was a fantastic accomplishment. I really was worried about him going out after the 2 warm-ups and now the 3rd warm-up, and now the base is loaded, and first pitch is ball 1, but he gets back into the count. He did an amazing job.
I know we've seen him come in out of the bullpen in the postseason before, you know, but this is totally different because of not only just the circumstance, but the fact that he was getting up. In the past, you're like, okay, you can build up and you kind of know you're coming in. He didn't know. He's building up. He's used to having, you know, a routine to get ready. This was totally different, and yet he still was able to come out there and in the situation where you could not walk. You could not give
margin
a
for
free
error.
pass. No. And it is Oral, he understands, he knows. I got to give credit Smoltz on the broadcast. He did a really good job describing what that really is like and how difficult it truly is, and what he had to do, and he got the job done. And, you know, credit Clayton Kershaw, and I'm just like, wow, he's amazing, but really the entire bullpen really was just amazing, and I think they really fed off each other. Talk about being a tight-knit group over there. I think it showed because I think each other's will and performance kind of was contagious to the next guy coming out there and taking them out.
We mentioned there are so many heroic performances tonight. Shohei Ohtani in this game, his first at-bat, double. Second at-bat, homer. double homer again. And then they didn't pitch to him the rest of the night, Nomar. 5 walks after that, 4 of them intentional. He set a World Series record by reaching base 9 times in a game.
Yeah, after what he did, hitting that home run, and then this right here. You know, one, they've been trying to get him up and in, and he's been missing. And then he turns on it. But staying on the ball and going the other way is critical. We've been saying that for so long. Keep that front side close. Think left center. Oh, and he gets one over the middle, and that's exactly what he does. If I'm the opposing manager, recognize, like, he's locked in. I'm not pitching to him anymore. I'm not giving him a chance. I mean, after those hits, of course, you're going, listen, I'm just putting up 4, give him first base, take your chances. So it makes total sense. And maybe he's also going, he's the pitcher tomorrow. So the more I put him on base, hopefully get him tired. But no, it was a matter of, listen, one swing, he can do that again because he's looking good at the plate.
Yeah, his last walk was a semi-intentional walk, even though they didn't intentionally walk and put up 4 fingers. But it was all breaking balls in the dirt. They were not going to pitch him. They were going to let Shohei get himself out like they saw in the series prior when all the lefties were facing him. But Shohei didn't bite, and he stayed locked in. And that is another good sign, including the Freddie Freeman home run, Teoscar home run, and Shohei not biting and taking his walks. It's a really good sign for the Dodgers.
I think the critical is Mookie Betts, because if they're going to continue to do that to Shohei, which I can understand, Mookie Betts going back there, you know, we've seen this in the past from Mookie Betts when he gets in trouble like this, where especially when he's flying out and he's popping up an awful lot. We've said this numerous times about how critical that top hand. Got to remember to keep that top hand because the barrel stays above. It is dropping way too early through that time, through the zone. So it's about getting on there, because when he's locked in and doing that, man, he had a couple balls that he fouled, and we saw it there, but it's just more about being that consistent. It can be there, and it can turn like that. Make no mistake. You still want Mookie Betts up in those situations.
Yep.
I'm exhausted. We still got a long way to go on our post-game coverage. 6 hours and 39 minutes of baseball, 18 innings. There were heroes on both sides. None bigger than Freddie Freeman, his second World Series walk-off home run. Plenty more reaction coming up from Dodger Stadium. Carl's Jr. moment of the game turned in by Freddie Freeman in the bottom of the 18th. It still sounds ridiculous to say, Nomar, but he was your called shot tonight.
Well, this was the moment that we were all waiting for. We were like, listen, Dodgers have to find a way to end it. They had so many opportunities, but it was that swing by Freddie Freeman that ended this epic game. Because when you look back over the entire 6 hours and 39 minutes, there were a lot of little moments, but definitely this was the moment that sends them home, sends the cheers, and listen, job's not done.
Dodgers take a 2-1 lead over the Blue Jays in this World Series. Let's go inside and hear from Freddie Freeman. He's talking with the media.
Freddie, we've seen this movie before. All right, we'll start.
This one took a little longer.
We'll start with Barry in the 3rd row in the middle.
Hey, Freddie. Always a pleasure.
Yep.
The what is the mindset? Is they're walking Shohei over and over again to pitch to you and Mookie, and then you had constant situations where you had runners on base in extra innings because the way it was set up, and it's like then you finally come through with
no one on.
Huh?
With no one on.
Right.
It's weird how the game works sometimes, right? Shohei's game, I hope we don't lose sight of getting on. Our starting pitcher tomorrow got on base 9 times tonight. Just incredible. It's just kind of how when you're that hot and you're hitting balls right center, left center, like Shohei was tonight, you just knew he was feeling good. So, I mean, that's the right moves. You don't want Shohei to beat you and let other guys try and beat you after his first 4 at-bats, and it took a lot longer, but we finally did it.
Go up front in the middle here, Freddie, with Steve.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Can you talk about and put into words how exhausted you were on the 18th inning? To us, it's just swinging the bat. I know it's more than that. Can you tell us how tired you were at that point?
I mean, to be honest, I wasn't actually that tired. When you have your bullpen doing what they're doing, it just keeps firing you up over and over and over again. If you're tired in a World Series game, that's I don't think anybody's tired after that. But it's just when you're going through all that, 0 after 0, I was just trying to get on base against tough lefty sinker baller. with a hard curveball I was just trying to get on, but got to a 3-2 count and was able to put a good swing on it. My swings were getting better as the game was going on. I thought I had a couple of hits in, 21 innings ago. It felt like my swing was getting better and better, and thankfully I was able to get one over, but I don't think we're physically tired. I think you're just mentally tired because you're in it every pitch, and every pitch means something in the World Series and in the playoffs. So I think we're all emotionally and mentally drained.
About 5 rows back in the middle.
Hey, Freddie, you've hit a bunch of balls seemingly on the screws, even going back into Toronto, giving 1 and 2, and then tonight had a couple balls that look like. At any point, do you get frustrated? Do you get annoyed? Do you get?
I mean, the one in Toronto, I thought I hit way better than the one to center field, where it still was like 20 feet short. But it's not. I'm not getting frustrated. It's because the ball's on the barrel. So I know if I keep staying with that, if I try and switch it up, then I'm going to most likely not be on the barrel. So if you just keep putting good swings on it, it's sooner rather than later, it's gonna be what you want. But yeah, as the game went on, the ball was going a little bit more true for me to center field and left center. The one that Miles ran down in left center off Lauer, even though I got out, I was like, okay, there it is. I finally felt stay behind the ball and drive it, and it just made my confidence soar. And thankfully, Will Klein, MVP of this game, was able to throw more zeros up, and I was able to get up again.
About 6 rows back on your right, Freddie.
Freddie, of all the times that you guys nearly won the game in extras, Will Smith's flyout, Muncy's foul ball, which one kind of stood out as the dugout getting most excited, like maybe that was going to be it?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's more of you just, as an offense, you're trying to get on. I felt for a couple innings we were trying to do too much, and one of us was just trying to hit a home run. And then as we started getting, passing the baton, Max got the walk, Teo got the hit. We just didn't get the hit that we needed. So it was starting to look like better at-bats after a few at-bats where I think we were just trying to do too much. But as the innings got on, we were getting closer and closer to a ball going over the fence. And thankfully, our bullpen kept throwing zeros, and we got one.
Yeah, bullpen fantastic tonight. Gave the Dodgers a chance and Freddie Freeman a chance to hit the walk-off home run in the 18th. Let's hear from one of those stars out of the bullpen, Emmet Sheehan, 2 2/3 scoreless baseball. Right now he's speaking with the media.
Just, Emmett, for you to bounce back tonight, just what did that mean to you to be able to go out there and have a really strong performance against this team after Toronto?
Yeah, it means a lot. I was happy to contribute even just a little bit to this game, which is, the craziest thing I've ever been a part of. But yeah, no, it felt great to get a good one under my belt.
Talk about just the collective of this pitching staff, but what the bullpen was able to do to keep you guys in this game. What was the feeling just in the bullpen? I mean, obviously you kind of came out early in the game, but whether it was in the dugout, the bullpen, can you just kind of share what the group was feeling as you guys were going deeper and deeper into this game?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty early. It was like the 11th or 10th or something. But it was just, it was amazing to watch. After I was done, it was crazy just watching what Will did. Edgardo, Roki, like everyone pitched today, so it's hard to single out one person. But yeah, Kersh came in and picked me up. Teo had an amazing play behind me too. But it was just an awesome day to be a part of this team.
Something that felt different for you on the mound today compared to earlier this week?
I don't think so. I thought I executed okay in that other game. Obviously, it didn't go my way. But yeah, I think just some sequencing stuff, some scouting report stuff from the coaches, making a couple adjustments. I think that played a big part.
What did you think of the job Klein did?
What did you say?
What did you think of the job Klein did?
I can't put that into words. It's crazy. I don't know if he's ever thrown 70 pitches before. I don't know if he's ever been a starter, but that was amazing. And for him to just go out there and put everything on the line for this team, it's amazing.
Those are the highest leverage innings in a World Series game like that. How are you able to kind of focus on what you need to do and not kind of get caught up in a situation?
Yeah, I think just simplifying everything, trying to make it just, making pitches. I've done it a few times. I've done it a lot before in the big leagues, just make pitches. And yeah, I think as simple as you can make it, the better.
I mean, you played in 100, million baseball games. Anything ever like that? Such a long game?
Absolutely not. No.
There's been a lot of talk about the bullpen. Like an issue here, but to basically win a game like this, how does that feel for you guys as a group?
It feels amazing. It's a great time to show up as a group and to show what we can do, and that's who the bullpen is, I think, and we haven't always showed it, but that was, we showed it tonight.
All Shohei Ohtani does is make history. 4 hits, 5 walks, a postseason record, 9 times on base. We have more reaction from Dodger Stadium after a stunning 18-inning win for the Dodgers in Game 3. Well, there's a look at the traffic jam getting out of Dodger Stadium because everybody stayed for all 6 hours and 39 minutes of baseball, 18 innings. Dodgers get the win, so those people are a little bit happier than if the Dodgers had suffered a defeat after all of that time. But hey, the Dodgers also had 16 strikeouts in this game. I forgot Tyler Glasnow ever started this game because it was so long ago. But it means tomorrow you can go to Jack in the Box, or technically today, right? Because it's Tuesday. Get a free Jumbo Jack with the purchase of a large drink. Glasnow had 5 of the strikeouts. Dodgers used 10 pitchers in all to record 16 strikeouts. Let's head inside and hear some more reaction from Mookie Betts with the media.
Mookie, back in Philadelphia, you talked about what a great game that was. How do you describe 18
It was great. There are many words for it. I mean, there was a lot of opportunities for both sides. But it's just a well-pitched game, especially after, I don't know what inning we scored last, but, it was just, it got really tough.
When you put your head on the pillow tonight, what will you think about? When you go to bed tonight, put your head on the pillow tonight, what will you think about Shohei? Will you think about Freddie? What jumps out at you?
I'm probably not going to think about another man while I'm in bed.
Fair enough. When you walk out of here tonight,
I'll think about just the whole game, the whole game and how it kind of played out. And then you got to just kind of turn the page and get ready for Game 4.
And Mookie, when you look at the magic that October can bring and how this game took everyone, what will you think about this one?
Just that, I think when Shohei won the MVP and the CS, he put the team effort on there, and that was the definition of a game like tonight is a team effort. And you don't win World Series or win games really with one person. It's going to take everybody. This was a prime example.
What did you think of volunteering to pitch this game?
That's I think super. I already think super highly of him, and I think it just shows really the love that's in this locker room. Everybody's willing to put anything on the line. You got Mr. October in Kike. He's getting pinch hit for, and no words were said. He was cheering for the guys. Pages, and it's just a full team effort, and I think Yoshi going out there is exactly what we have in this locker room.
It seemed like a game ago when Kershaw was out there, but when he got that, you were one of the first to give him a high five.
Yeah, just because I know this is last ride, and we want to send him out on top, and that's a tough situation for him to come in, especially someone like him, right? That's really like an all or nothing thing. So. Seeing him get out of that inning, and it was just super cool.
You've been on both sides now of these 18 inning games, the 2 longest games in World Series history. Probably better to be on the winning side. What did you think when Freddie finally ended it?
Oh man, we can go home. Obviously, you love winning a ball game right there. That was huge, man. I wasn't sure how we were going to manufacture a run there, so it seemed like each side was just waiting for a homer, and we did it first.
Was Will Klein maybe the MVP of this game?
I think Will Klein maybe the MVP. Outside of Shohei reaching base 9 times. But, Will Klein throwing 70. I don't know if he's ever thrown 70 pitches. And so for him to go and, shove for 70 pitches, that was amazing. And he gave us every opportunity and finally came through.
18 innings is no joke, obviously. What kind of physical and mental toll does that take on a player to stay locked in that whole time?
It pretty much drains you completely. So we need to go home and get a little rest, and probably I'll be tired tomorrow, but it's the World Series, so if we can't get up for that, then we'll probably need to find another job.
You need the timely hits to win big games. You need the great pitching as well, and you also need some really good defense, Nomar. And Tommy Edman early in this game in the 4th inning committed an error, which led to a couple of unearned runs. But he had a throw in the 9th inning, a throw in the 10th inning to cut down a runner at the plate, a glove flip in the 12th inning. The Dodgers never get to the 18th without his heroics defensively.
this is huge. I mean, you're in the World Series, and you feel terrible because you make that error. Those guys come around to score, and you're kind of feeling it on yourself, and you try to stay within yourself to try to not to do too much. But you go, I got to help our team in some way. And boy, did he do that with the glove. It was the error that may have caused runs, but it was his glove later that kept them in this game. Without Tommy Edman, they would not have stayed in this game to later on and actually win it. So Tommy Edman, tremendous play right there. What an incredible throw, the way he slid and threw that all the way to third base. And then to come up here, coming up huge. I mean, he just got it done. I mean, he got it done afterwards. Right here, this relay was perfect to be able, they were going to score right here. And it was a good throw from Teo, but Tommy, another strike to home to gun him out at home plate.
I'll tell you what, the last tool you think about with him is his arm, and that's what really did the thing tonight. I look at, you know, he's a switch hitter. He can play multiple positions. He grinds out at bats. You can hit him anywhere in the order. He ended up hitting home runs, getting the nickname Tommy Tanks. But when all of a sudden you make that error, it can put you on your heels. It can put you in a place defensively that you're not going to do something like this with the glove tip. You're going to play conservative. You're not going to just continue to know, I'm going to take my ability right to the edge. I know I can make this play, and I'm going to make it. He didn't let the early error get into the rest of his night.
Yeah, you're exactly right. To be able to be confident to do that, the glove flip, and then also on the offensive side. I mean, in that 13th, this game could have been done in the 13th inning, and it was his leadoff double. They definitely, and then they sacrificed. They needed a better approach over there at the plate, made some mistakes there, but this game could have been done in the 13th inning because he started off with that double.
But no, they wanted to play 18 innings. They wanted to play 6 hours and 39 minutes. Dodgers have a 2-1 lead over the Toronto Blue Jays in the World Series. Game 4 is coming up tomorrow or later today. In reality, Game 5 will be Wednesday here at Dodger Stadium. All games at 5 o'clock. We will be here in the Center Field Plaza for the pre- and post-game shows. If there's a Game 6 in Toronto on Halloween, and then Game 7 would be November 1st. On Saturday. Let's hope it doesn't get that far. So, Nomar, we got a shot of your score sheet, and I realize that there's only room for 15 innings and 7 pitchers. So how did you navigate through this?
I don't know. I mean, I was writing so small. I can't even see. There's so much chicken scratch around there. I was making up columns right there where you see the spiral in the middle. And then I finally, even the 18th inning when Freddie hit the home run, I put it right where he's like, where he is in the batting order. I was just putting next to the, I was just looking for spots. But nonetheless, you know what the great thing is over there at the top left-hand corner where the final score is. And by the way, the Dodgers scored more than Toronto. They won.
They had 6.
That's all that matters.
5.
And then I didn't even have enough room to put all these pitchers down, but I know who pitched, and they were great.
I'm glad they won. I'm glad Freddie hit the home run, and I'm glad we're not doing a show where they lost. That would have been tough after that. Woo, that would have been tough.
Let's head inside and hear from another guy who knows what it's like to hit a walk-off home run in the World Series in the 18th inning. Max Muncy is with the media.
It's amazing. Freddie did Freddie again, and apparently we can't play Game 3 of the World Series here at Dodger Stadium. It doesn't seem to stay less than 18 innings.
Max, were you having any flashbacks, 18 innings here?
Yeah, a little bit as it started going on. It was starting to feel like deja vu for me. I hit the home run just foul. It was really starting to feel like deja vu.
And when you look at what it took everyone to contribute tonight, how does that build to the magic of October?
I mean, it takes everybody to win a World Series. That's one thing that we really try to stress around here, and tonight proved it. Will Klein threw 65 pitches, 75 pitches, whatever it was. I don't think he's ever probably done that in his life, and what an incredible performance by him. Absolutely amazing. That saved us, and it gave us a chance to win the game.
There was a little extra celebration around him at the end.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many times you see a guy hit a walk-off home run and the whole team's jumping around the pitcher. But he deserved it. For that performance he put on, he deserved every bit of that.
What did you learn from the last 18-inning game that you'll do differently this time to get that quick rest, whatever it may be?
I don't know. I don't know if there's anything you can learn from it. It's just everything's a whirlwind. Tomorrow, later today, is going to come really, really quick. So you got to get home, try to get some rest, and try to recover as best you can.
Freddie Freeman walks it off in the bottom of the 18th inning and mobs there at home plate. Let's hear from Dave Roberts right now with the media.
Skipper, first of all, congratulations. But can you put into words the range of emotions that you and your team have just gone through in playing in probably one of the greatest World Series games ever?
Yeah, it's one of the greatest World Series games of all time. Emotional. I'm spent emotionally. We got a ball game later tonight, which is crazy. Yeah, there's just a lot of heroes tonight. Obviously, Freddie put the exclamation mark on the game, but you see what Will Klein did. You know, saw what Edgardo, Robleski, Clayton comes in. He was up for 3 innings and comes in and gets a huge out for us. You know, just across the board, everyone just had huge nights, big nights, just kept kind of fighting. And, you know, those guys over there, they gave it everything they had. And, you know, unfortunately, somebody's got to win that game. And, you know, fortunately for the Dodgers, we got Freddie Freeman on our team. And, yeah, I'm just so proud of this group of men.
Right up front, Doc.
Dave, John Snyder just told us that there would be more walks in Ohtani's future. So how did you have to sort of navigate that?
No, it's I get it. You know, he's, you know, the best player on the planet. And, you know, he was on the heels of a huge offensive night. And, you know, John smelled that and wasn't going to let Shohei beat him at all, obviously. And even when nobody's on base and putting him on to make the other guys beat him and respect it. And fortunately, we have other guys behind Shohei that can still do some things. And, yeah, I mean, a hard-fought game.
And same spot, Steve.
Dave, congratulations. Can you just talk and describe how you viewed it? How exhausted were the players as you sensed it? The batters were swinging wildly. Am I misinterpreting it, or were they very exhausted?
No, they were exhausted. You know, Will Smith caught 18 innings. And, you know, just to continue to try to grind, and we took some good swings. The Marine layer kicked in, and I thought, you know, Will's ball earlier was gone. Freddie hit another ball I thought was a homer. Teo hit a ball that could have been a homer, but, you know, we kept going. But you saw what Lauer did tonight. That guy, man, he laid it out there. So just a heck of a ball game.
Fifth row on your right, Bill.
Dave, 2 things quickly. To follow up on Maria's question, you played with Barry. Is Shohei at Bonds level now, where you expect this every night to get that kind of treatment?
I think it's all relative. You know, Barry's the greatest hitter I've ever seen. But, you know, this day and age, there's just, you know, him or maybe Judge. But, yeah, you know, I think that we're just fortunate we have Mookie and Freddie behind him. But you just don't see that type of behavior from opposing managers. And that's just the ultimate sign of respect.
And then how did you balance? Will hasn't gone this far at any point this year, and then all of a sudden Yama's throwing. How did you balance when you were going to use each one if you had to?
Yeah, it was, you don't ever plan on playing 18 innings, and you just kind of ask more from the player. And he delivered. He's threw, I mean, probably 3 times as much as he's ever thrown before, and certainly with the adrenaline on this stage, what he did was incredible. That's not even enough of a credit to him on this outing. And, you know, Yamamoto with a day off, potentially taking the baseball, he was in the next inning. And so it just speaks to, you know, guys will do anything to win a championship, and they're laying it out there.
Shohei Ohtani will get his first taste of pitching on baseball's biggest stage in Game 4 when he starts for the Dodgers. 2-0 with a 2.25 ERA in his 2 starts this postseason. Oral, of course, he just played 18 innings of baseball at 9 plate appearances, hit 2 home runs. The calf was cramping up a little bit. What do you think we'll see from Shohei in Game 4?
Well, we got to get him his 10 hours of sleep. We got to get an IV in him, hopefully some fluids or whatever, so he doesn't cramp. And then you worry about the upper body if the lower body is not functioning properly.
Yeah, nothing. I mean, he's unbelievable. He really is. Like, what do you expect? I expect him to go out there and perform. I mean, how do you not? And I guarantee the other side expects him to do the same thing. So it should be exciting.
What a night here at Dodger Stadium. That does it for this edition of Access Sportsnet Dodgers. There is our reaction when Freddie Freeman walked it off. We'll see you later today, pregame at 4 o'clock on Sportsnet LA.
なんという試合でしょうか。間違いなくメジャー史に残り語り継がれる一戦です。ここまでの総力戦を繰り広げた両チームに心からリスペクトです。そして大谷選手、このアンタッチャブルなバッターが明日の先発投手だという事実に言葉を失います。 それでは次回の動画でお会いしましょう。さようなら。